Albuquerque Dukes were sold 8 years ago to an investment group in Portland, Oregon. Many believed it was the last time they'd ever be seeing the smiling conquistador. But Jorge Hernandez tells us how the Dukes' popularity is once again rising, and thanks to one man.
Since 2003, the Albuquerque Isotopes have been attracting record crowds to the ballpark. But could an old friend be making a comeback to put a face on Duke City baseball?
You have a love for something, you want it, don't you? You want to grab it, hold on to it. And I had a love for the Dukes because of the tradition and the history of the Dukes. And I felt it shouldn't belong in Portland, Oregon. It belonged back here, whether a team used it or not.
Fred Matteucci owns the rights to the Albuquerque Dukes logo. He has been trying to change the name from Isotopes back to Dukes since buying it in 2003 after finding a loophole where he discovered that if a logo goes unused for more than 3 years, it loses its trademark. Matteucci sells Dukes memorabilia exclusively at New Mexico Look, where all his earnings go to charities.
People in this town grew up with the Dukes 40 years, and they love the Dukes to this very day. And we sell a ton of Duke stuff.
And with the rising Dukes craze, other companies are trying to get a piece of the action. Recently, the sporting store Fanzz in the Coronado Mall was selling Dukes baseball hats without permission. Matteucci and Fanzz are settling a contract which will allow the store to sell Dukes merchandise. But not everyone is thrilled about the reissuing of Dukes gear. Pete Rael is a collector of vintage records and anything vintage Dukes.
I don't like to use the word throwback, but that's more like in hip-hop, everything goes back to like original things. Like as far as myself, even like collecting records, I won't buy reissues or newer stuff. I'll collect, you know, the original stuff. Same with the Dukes. I'll buy the older stuff, you know, the original thing, like the Dukes thing. That's why I won't even buy like even the new stuff they put out of the Dukes, like the reissue stuff. I still look for the Goodwills or the garage sales to find the original Duke stuff, you know.
Jacob is a lifetime Albuquerque baseball fan, but if he had it his way, the team name would be
Dukes. That's what I grew up with. That's, you know what I mean. But it's cool. Isotopes is cool.
1915, they were called the Albuquerque Dukes, and you know they changed names once in a while. Just like right now it's called the Isotopes, but hopefully one of these days, if a new owner comes in and wants to use a name, we will negotiate with him.
Reporting in Albuquerque, I'm Jorge Hernandez.